Telling us what was said?
I just told him he did a good job. He fought like a champion. He's a true champion. He did what a champion needs to do to win a fight, and that's why he building it.
Yeah.
He fought an excellent fight. He stood there on the next show. Okay, thank you. That most people didn't think he'd do, and he did that.
Did anything surprise you about Caleb tonight?
I mean, that he stood there. I mean, I think that surprised everybody.
Sure.
Everybody thought he was going to run around the ring, get on his bicycle, but he didn't. He stood there and slugger and slugger. He got the only knockdowns in a fight, and he fought an excellent fight. Him and his coach and his team, they did an excellent job. But Caleb was just too much. He was pushing the action the whole time. He threw more punches. He landed more punches. He got the knockdowns. And he was just an overwhelming force.
Skills pays the bills, huh?
It does. It does.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, those were the words of Anthony Dirrell, giving high praise there to Caleb Sweethands Plant. I think this was after he won the IBF super middleweight title off of Uzcategui. Sounds a lot different back then than he does today when he talks about Caleb Plant. I did get a chance to watch the press conference. If you guys didn't know, they are the co-main event on the Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius undercard, set to take place October 15th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And it got pretty heated between the two. Anthony Dirrell says that Caleb Plant's an a-hole, and he said that he didn't fight anybody but Canelo Alvarez. So it was just a lot of back and forth banter between the fighters. But want to take a close look at both of the fighters here. We're going to start off, guys, with Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is 21-1, orthodox fighter out of Nashville, Tennessee. Lost his IBF title to Saul Canelo Alvarez back in November 2021. You guys remember that big undisputed matchup, and I thought Caleb Plant did a pretty decent job going up against a guy as seasoned as Canelo Alvarez. By the way, guys, Canelo Alvarez does have his big fight trilogy matchup coming with Triple G Gennady Golovkin, set to take place next week, September 17th, guys. But the opponent, Anthony the Dog Dirrell. They call him the dog for a reason. Now, he's 34-2, orthodox fighter out of Flint, Michigan. He's a two-time WBC super middleweight champion, guys. And the last fight we saw him in was also back in 2021 of November. He had a TKO win over Marcus Hernandez. So this ought to be an interesting fight. You guys know that styles make fights. I will give Caleb Plant the edge in this fight, seeing that he is the more up on your toes, slick fighter who likes to counterpunch. Anthony Dirrell is more of a guy that likes to bang in the ring. I'm sure Caleb Plant's going to move and stick and move in this fight, and we'll see, guys. I always say the guy with the bigger skill set is the guy that's most likely going to be victorious in the fight. So that's why I'm giving Caleb Plant the edge. Now, here's the thing about Caleb Plant. He does have a plan, guys. After taking that huge loss to Canelo Alvarez, he has a plan. And his plan is to clean out the 168-pound division and get that rematch with Canelo Alvarez. And I've been saying this for a long time. A lot of these fighters sitting and waiting around on trying to hope Canelo picks him for a fight. Put yourself in a position to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, in a position where you can't be denied a fight. So here we go. I'm going to read over some of this article, guys. It says here that former IBF super middleweight champion Caleb Plant says his goal is to get a rematch with Canelo Alvarez after he defeats Anthony Dirrell and cleans out the 168-pound division. Plant, 21-1, says he's going to try and set up a fight with David Benavidez next. But if he acts silly, he's immediately move on and negotiate a match against Jamal Charlo. Those are the two guys that Plant wants and needs to put him in a strong position for a rematch with Canelo. And I absolutely agree with that. And I like the fact that Caleb Plant is not ducking smoke here. He's going to fight Dirrell, which is a tough fight in itself. Dirrell, like I said, he's a two-time WBC champion. and he's a dog, guys. I saw him banging out with David Benavidez. Those guys were just chucking hard shots at each other. But if, like he said, he wants David Benavidez next. But if he can't get that fight, then he wants Jermall Charlo. You guys know Jermall Charlo's been chasing the Canelo fight too. But as of late, you know, he's been pretty inactive. And when you're inactive, guys, you're not sharp. So I think the time to strike I would say for Caleb Plant, if he can't get that Benavidez fight, it's to strike with Jermall Charlo now. While he's not, you know, in the best condition, I would say, as a fighter. You know, you got to keep fighting. You got to be active. It helps your game. It helps you stay sharp. So I like this. I like this coming from Caleb Plant. You know, he took that loss. I know it was a hard loss, but, you know, sometimes people take their ball and go home, and sometimes people take a loss and they get back on their game plan and they plug the holes up in their game and come out and be a better fighter for it. So you guys tell me what you think about Caleb Plant's plan to clean out the 168-pound division and get that rematch back with Canelo Alvarez. Do you think it's possible? Do you think he can get past Darrell? Do you think he can beat David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo? You guys let me know in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.